like the video and subscribe right now, and Watermelon Doggo will become the defender of your room. I caught the sunflower thief yellow-handed. Here she is trying to explain why she is entitled to come onto the property to steal flowers that I've spent all summer caring for. She stole my favorite mammoth and some of the other best looking flowers. I don't care how bad your day is, don't steal my ducking flowers. Those with 2 to 3-year-olds, what time is bedtime? What's your bedtime routine? We used to let her lay down by 8 to 9 with a movie for quiet time, and when the movie ends it's bedtime. Lately she's been standing up in bed jumping or singing/screaming during the movie, so we took the TV out of her room, trying to figure out a better bedtime routine. Would you consider free for us coming from Peterborg? Wanna get this for my special needs nephew for his b-day please? Highly sir, I'm so sorry, but unfortunately I can't give this away for free. This is my sister's stereo that I'm selling for her, and she's pregnant and can use all the money she could get. Really sorry though. If you can't afford a kid, keep your legs closed. Any tips on detoxifying young children 2, 3, 5 years old after vaccinations? PS. Before you jump to conclusions, I'm not a supporter of vaccines. We adopted these 3 little ones, and they've already been given all of their shots, of course. I need a huge favor. All my shit for Christmas was stolen from my home yesterday, and I need a new bus pass to go to stores and try to steal her new gifts. Could anyone donate $40 for a bus pass please? Or even $20? I'm trying to replace everything that was stolen, anything and everything that I can get helps right now. If I don't have to go boosting for new gifts that would be splendid. But I gotta do what I gotta do. I can receive texts, however I can't answer them or e-transfer me. Look, my oldest daughter is gay. I look back at her catch-up vaccinations for kindergarten. I was a non-vax mom. She got caught up on so much because I was lied to that she needed all the vaccines to go to school. I believed my trusted doctor. I loved my daughter and wanted the best for her. This was 2004. Those changes her personality and her sexuality. She was robbed. I'm so sorry to hear that. I wish people understood that you aren't born this way. We poison ourselves so much, this is what can happen. And one day, when the doctors are stumped and can't help cure your problem, then you'll turn to a whole food plant-based diet to cure yourself. The raw vegan diet has a 95% success rate for curing cancer. The other 5% simply don't want to live. My daughter seemed quite proud of the scene I made at our local health food store yesterday. I've supported the little organic store for years, but when a masked man standing at the door told me we had to put gloves on to enter, my blood started to boil. I got mine on and then struggled to get Nora's on, holding up the line. By her second glove it hit me that I still had other options. I ripped them off all 4 of her hands and threw them in the cart. I'm sorry, I can't support this, I said. I'd rather support Ingles, I yelled as I stormed off. Ingles is a big crappy grocery chain, but they don't make people stand in bread lines or cover their hands and mouths in plastic. The man looked so confused along with the rest of people in line, probably wondering what kind of terrible person would want to expose others to gasp germs. It's about way more than that for me. It's about not subconsciously programming my daughter to be afraid of her own skin or breath. It's about not programming her to be afraid to touch anything or anyone ever again. It's about not programming her to live in a culture of fear, especially fear of microorganisms, which are everywhere all the time. She herself is made of like 99% bacteria, a healthy, biodiverse blend, I might add, after 7 years of breastfeeding, no antibiotics and rarely washing her hands. You can't invent a germ invasive enough to throw off that balance. My 14 years old got vaccine and now he's gay, what do I do? I asked a woman who was standing too close to me in line at Home Depot to give me 6 feet of space. She laughed and said, "Ha, I'll give you some ducking space," and is now like 15 feet behind me, thinking she won and not realizing that is my absolute best case scenario. A blind woman was told to get her ducking dog off a bus by a passenger who didn't believe guide dogs could be any other color than yellow. Megan, 22, was on the bus with her guide dog Rowley when the unnamed woman approached her and said, "Why is there a ducking dog on the bus? Get it off." But when Megan tried to politely explain Rowley was an assistance dog, she claims the woman called her a liar because guide dogs are yellow Labradors and your dog is black. This one for whipping up cookies. This one for whipping lasses. How do I convince my cousin who is dead set on a home birth to not do an at-home circumcision? Her husband is a dog breeder who crops ears and docks tails, so she thinks that he should be able to perform a circumcision just fine. This makes me very nervous for the baby. She believes it is fine, so I will be showing her these replies to prove to her that no, the duck it is not. Holy shit. Please be a ducking joke. Pregnant with my second child. My first I vaccinated, now this one I'm not wanting to. Have any of you ever chose to do this? Our visit was wonderful, but we never saw any bears. Please train your bears to be where guests can see them. This was an expensive trip to not get to see bears. Didn't know it was that many. Next child, think I'll refuse them. Doll represents how many vaccines a child receives by age 2. Any questions? Featured comment. Makagu Mersal. Karen. The term Karen is as insulting as the N-word. Me. Say the N-word. Karen. No. It's so insulting. Me. But you said Karen. Karen. Well yeah. Me. So it's not as insulting as the N-word. It's all coming together. If you want to be featured in the next video, use #dankness. Ladies, is it true that a newborn can sense their mommy is pregnant? My father-in-law swears up and down that I am, because my baby keeps holding her head up, moving her neck around every time I hold her, and put her head on my shoulder. Me and my fiance did have Shreks while I was pregnant. I feel really bad and should not have shown up for my appointment, but I desperately needed my nails done. I tested positive for the virus 2 days ago, so please quarantine yourself. I asked you before you even got here if you had been exposed to the virus, and if you have had it at any point. You have known I'm immune compromised and legally wasn't supposed to take your appointment if you did. I was just desperate to get out of the house. I was quarantined in 2 days. I'm sorry. I needed my nails done so bad. You saw how. Hi. I'm contacting you on behalf of. I assume you've received our other emails regarding our project? Yes, I have. I gotta say, everything looks super interesting, and I'd absolutely love to work on the music. Do you have a budget in mind, or is that up for negotiation? Well, that's the thing. We don't have one. You're young, right? What's wrong with working for exposure? I can promise you that you'll be given full credit for any and all work you do. Unfortunately, what my friends and I do is provide a service. Services cost money. Unless you can pay us, we can't really work for you. That's just it though. You aren't working for us, you're working with us. You'll be treated as an equal to all of the other designers and artists you'd work with. The connections you would make are almost worth more than the publicity in some cases, don't you think? That's true, but unfortunately connections and publicity can't buy my vocalist a new microphone or myself new headphones. Again, I repeat, if you can't pay us, we can't work for or with you. I'm glad you are pursuing your passions. That's genuinely a great and wonderful thing, but Danielle and I simply don't have the time. You'll have to look elsewhere. I'm sorry. You know, people like you are the reason your generation is so entitled. You can't expect to get paid for everything you do. Sometimes you just have to do your job. I'm doing my job, ma'am, and I'm truly sorry you're dissatisfied. But if you really want our help, you'll come back prepared to at least negotiate a price. Have a nice night. Well, my boyfriend broke up with me and has been ghosting me for weeks now, so have fun and buy yourself something cute. He found out LMAO. You've been visited by Smoker Lizard. Help the lizard to quit smoking by commenting, "No, I don't have a lighter." Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe for more daily videos.